and Ant is recording. Thanks,
well,
Ant.
well, welcome everyone to our Monday training for Africa and Canada and the United States and Nigeria. We have a whole lot of countries represented right now on this Zoom. And so we want to give you the warmest welcome. We have a very, very special Zoom for you today with a very, very special man. And it is an honor and a privilege. But before we even jump into that, I first of all want to introduce myself. A lot of you are new to our Africa team. And so my name is Tammy Maltby Melchizedek. I live here in Colorado Springs, and I've been inside the business for about 7 years. I came from the company called Limu, and we were integrated. We were adopted by RX into the family. And then we were adopted again by New Age. And so we are so thrilled that we get to have all these beautiful families. We get to link arms together, and we get to transform people's lives. And that's why we do what we do. That's why we're here today, is to encourage you in your journey of transformation. And certainly my life has been massively transformed by this business. Many of you know my story. I'm not going to share it this morning, but my world was rocked by the day I entered inside of this business, and it continues to grow. So I want to say a huge, massive congratulations to South Africa. You had another huge week. Huge week. You are all sharing the opportunity. We are in the pre-launch stage. We have hundreds and hundreds of reps now in South Africa within just a few months. You are sharing the opportunity. You are giving hope. You are dealers in hope. And today we just want to give you all a shout out for sharing, a shout out for telling people that there is a better way, showing them that there is a better way. So congratulations, Africa. Our promotion continues, till the end of this week. This is the last week of our promotion. So we want to encourage everyone. Remember, the 400 PV bumped up to 800 PV to ultimate. Big deal, a really big deal for South Africa. It's a great time to get started. So I just want to say thank you all. It's my honor and privilege to be able to work with you. And I'm going to throw it over to Miss Erika van der Merwe. She is your leader. She is your leader in South Africa. She is the woman that has the vision, that caught the vision. And when she heard that she could take it to her homeland, Africa, the woman weeps. I mean, she weeps for the people of Africa. She loves you all so much. And she believes she has an opportunity for a transformation for all of you. So let's give a big round of applause to Miss Erika van der Merwe.
Well, thank you for that beautiful introduction, Tammy. You guys, it really is an honor and it is a privilege, and we should never, ever, ever underestimate the humility even associated with this opportunity, right? So thank you for joining our team training. Guys, without wasting time, I am super pumped and excited to introduce to you the one and only Robert Allen. This gentleman, I've read his bio. I've Googled you, Robert. And how impressed I am. I've been impressed by watching all your trainings, but truly I am so blessed to be able to have you on this training today with Africa and Canada, and whoever wants to join there. Everybody's welcome around this table, right? But I just want to highlight something for those of you who do not know Mr. Robert Allen. He is a well-known investment advisor. He's a well-known author and motivational speaker here in the US. He's known as our Chief Mindset Officer here at RX. But you have written numerous books. One that I decided I need to purchase is called Multiple Streams of Income. And that is something that I really want to read. I would need to get my hand on that. But there are so many books that you are well known for, Cracking the Millionaire Code and so many other books. But Robert, one of the things that, as I was reading your bio, something that inspired me about the legacy that you are leaving is that you are a man of purpose. That is very evident and very clear in the way that you lead your life. And that is something that I personally find fascinating and inspiring. Do you want to take it away, Mr. Allen, and share with us, and maybe as a starting point, your personal purpose and vision and how you've managed to grow that and become more of that through your association with RX? Thank you for being on.
Thank you very much, Erika. And hi, everybody. We're connected. It's amazing that we're connecting here, Canada, United States, and what other countries? Why don't you tell me? Go into the chat. Tell me what country you're calling in from right now. Everybody, go to the bottom of the thing there and send put in the chat what country you're calling from. Whether it's U.S., Namibia, South Africa. Wow, look at that. Yeah, very good, very good. Now, Erika, can you make me a co-host?
I can do anything that you ask me to do.
Make me a co-host.
And I have made you a co-host.
Okay, let me see if it'll work. I hope so. Yes, it did work. I think it worked.
Okay.
Let's see. Well, let's see. Wait a second. I'm trying to upload something into the chat. So give me just a moment, everybody. There we go. I'm going to see if I can do it. If I can't do it, I will send a copy of it to you, Erika, on email.
Okay, I don't see it coming through, Robert. So if you want to send it to me, I will pass.
All right, here we go. I think I did it. Let's.
Full maps, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So as we get started, you said that I'm famous for a lot of different books. So what I've done is I've uploaded into the chat a copy of my latest book. Well, actually, it's my second latest book called The 4 Maps of Happy, Successful People. It's the entire book. It's digital. So I want you to download it and read it ASAP. It's designed for RX. And so it's something you can give to a new person that you're trying to enroll, if that would be helpful to you. There's no money on my part. In other words, there's no promotion inside the book for people to link themselves up with me. It's just a gift that I created here for RX members. Remember, I'm the Chief Mindset Officer. What that means is that there are 3 fundamental skills that you need to be able to be successful in any area of your life. You need to have what I call system skills. That means the way to, if driving a car was the vehicle to take you where you wanted to go, you need to know how to drive that car. So how do you open up the car? How do you turn it on? How do you drive it? How do you get gas? How do you do all the simple skills that are required in order to drive that car? Well, RX is a car. It's a vehicle and it will take you where you want to go, but you got to know how to drive it. In other words, you need to know what the compensation plan is. You need to know what our products are. You need to know how to introduce people. You need to know how to handle rejection, things like that. So that's what I call system skills. And it's very important, but I want to ask all of you, as I'm going to tell you these 3 skills, which of these 3 skills is the most important? The second type of skill you need are people skills. And that means, how do you persuade somebody? How do you introduce this company to somebody? How do you handle rejection? How do you to create friendships? How do you build a network? Not network marketing. How do you just build a network and and interact with your network? How do you do social media? All that's what I call people skills. Different than system skills. System skills are how do you drive the vehicle of RX, and that's usually compensation plan and thing and the products we have, etc. The third skill you need is what I call mindset skills. And that's how do you persuade yourself, not other people. You know, people skills is persuading other people. Mindset skills is how do you persuade yourself to go through the challenges that everyone faces in order to succeed in anything in life. So we're going to relate specifically today these three skills to RX. But frankly, these three skills relate to anything you're trying to succeed at. If you want to learn how to build a business, you need system skills, you need people skills, you need mindset skills. And all three of these skills are extremely important. Which one of them is the most important in order for you to build a massively successful business? Which is the most important? I want you to write down on the in the chat, which is the most important by what percentage? So system skills, what percentage does it relate to success? People skills, what percentage? Is it a third, a third, a third? Then you'd write down 33, 33, 33. Is it mindset skills is 30%? People skills is 50%? System skills is 12%, whatever. I want you to write down all three: mindset, system, people. Which one, percentage-wise, what are those three percentages? Which one is the most important by what percentage? Which one is the second most important? Which one is the third most important? Okay, good. So somebody said the system skills was 5%. Somebody says that mindset skills are 90%. I want to, yeah, there's a mindset 80, people 15, system 5. Good, that's what I'm looking for. All three, what would you rate the most important skill? 70% says Maria. What are you relating to, Maria? Is that mindset? Okay, Valerie wrote down 50% mindset, others 25% each. Okay, good, very good. Mindset 90. Okay, good, keep coming. I want everyone to vote. Everyone go into the chat, tell me which is the most important skill. Mindset skill, people skills, system skills. Everybody. Okay, good. Thank you. Ronnie put 80, 10, 10. Thank you. Zolda put 90% mindset. Willie said 90% mindset. Thank you. Michael's on the right. Mindset 50, people 40, system 10. Very good. Hansa says mindset 100. The rest will follow. Okay, good. Maria said mindset 60. Good. Jimmy, thinking of the same. Michael said mindset 50. Everybody vote. Everybody. I need to know what you believe. Cheryl said 80 people. 10-10 for mindset and systems. Very good. Yolande said 80, 15, 5. Okay, good. 80, 10, 10. 60, 30, 10. Mindset 60, people 30, system 10. All right, everyone. What I'm trying to illustrate, and something your brand new person who is joining, what I want you to make sure that you understand about them, this brand new person who's joining your team, most of them will tell you that they want the system skills. They want to know the compensation plan. They want to know about all the products. They want to know, how do they build this business? And the reason that they do focus on the system part, because they got to get it right? Is because their mindset isn't right. Because they are afraid that if they don't say it right, if they don't do it right, that they'll be rejected. And therefore, that's why they focus on system stuff. They got to get the compensation plan right. They got, what are all the products? I got to make sure they're right. Because when I'm talking to people about these products, I got to be, and what I'm trying to point out by what you might see here is that mindset is the most important skill by far the most important skill. But when a person is just starting out, they don't want to hear that. They want to hear, teach me the compensation plan. What are the products? How many milligrams of selenium are in our product? Why are our products better? And what I'm trying to point out is that if your mindset is right, doesn't matter, frankly. You'll say what you believe. Whatever you believe, people will believe. Whatever you believe, people will believe. Right? I want you to write that down. Whatever you believe, someone else will believe. And if you believe you don't know enough, if you believe you're confused about getting started, then they'll believe that. So where I want you to do is to start to focus on your mindset. Make sure that you believe in these products, that you believe this is an opportunity of a lifetime. You need to believe that. And you need to believe that these products are fantastic. They are the best of the best. So the very beginning, when you're working with a brand new person, if they believe those things, then when they talk to somebody, they will not be nearly as worried about what that person might think of them or network marketing or the products that we share with people. Network marketing is what have you learned anything from COVID-19? Have we all been awakened by the fact that you need a strong immune system? Number one. And number two, you need a way of earning income that doesn't require you to leave your house. A home-based business. And if those two pieces, you need to really believe. And then the products that we have are the best of the best. And our system of marketing these products and compensating us for these products is the best of the best. So you just need to believe that, and then work with your team on that so that they believe that when they're talking to somebody, they're going to worry about the way they look. They're going to worry about, am I saying it right? And if you have strong belief, it doesn't matter how you say it. As a matter of fact, if you don't have strong belief, but you're perfect in saying it, they won't buy. But if you have strong belief, but you're not perfect in saying it, in other words, you make a mistake in saying it, they're still going to buy because they're buying your belief. They're not buying the stumbling that you do as you introduce it to somebody else. So that's why I called this the mindset. I'm the chief mindset officer because I absolutely believe that it's 99% belief. Actually, the actual number that I wrote down myself is 65% mindset, 25% people skills, and 10% system skills. So let's make sure we teach it in that order. So the book, the 4 maps that I just gave all of you, hope you've been able to download it, teaches 4 fundamental skills on how to build belief. And the first skill is called clarity. In other words, tell me what you want. 7 questions about clarity. What do you really want? When you're talking to somebody, you're introducing this company to them, do you really want to build financial freedom? Is that important to you on a scale of 1 to 10? Do you really want to have vibrant health? Do you really want that? In other words, if I can get clear on what a person really wants, then I can show them how to get it. But most people are really confused about what they want. They don't have clarity about what they want. So with a brand new person, I would sit down with them and I would go, well, I would draw the 4 maps. Map number 1, which is clarity. And the map is simply some smiley faces, a frowny face in the bottom left-hand corner and a smiley face in the bottom right-hand corner, and the path to get from the frowny face to the smiley face. And that path, that vehicle path, is RX. And what do you really want 5 years from now? I want you to ask your team that question. What do you want 5 years from now? Today is the 25th day of January 2021. On the 25th day of January 2026, what do you want? What do you want? Do you really want it? What about your health? What do you want for your health? What about your relationships? What kind of relationships do you want? What about your free time? Do you want to have to go to work every day? What about your money? How much money do you want to be earning? I call your financial freedom number. What's your financial freedom number? That means a realistic, modest number flowing into your life that makes it so you never have to walk out of the house again if you don't want to go get money, to go bring money in the door. The money's going to come to you inside your house. You know, when Robert Kiyosaki talks about this little village, where the village is every day they have to get up and you have to take the bucket of water to go up to the little lake, you know, that's about a kilometer away. And you got to get your water every morning. And so every day that people are going and coming to bring their water for washing, cleaning, cooking, whatever. And then somebody says, why don't we just build a pipeline to the lake? And everybody goes, what do you mean? We've been doing this for 1,000 years. Why would we change the way we've done things? And so the couple of smart entrepreneurs start digging a pipeline to the lake. And while they're digging, they're not making, and they don't have any water. They still have to go every day to the lake to get water. But every day at the night, the morning, you know, and there's free time, they're digging a foot or two in that channel, that place where they're going to put the pipeline, the plastic pipe that's going to go from their little village all the way to the lake. And eventually they say that everybody want to join in. If you'll help us build the pipeline, you can have some of the water. And most people are just walking every day to get their own water. It's the way they've been doing it for 1,000 years. But finally, it takes 2 or 3 years to dig this pipeline. But eventually, when it's finally dug and they just take the spigot and turn the spigot, and the water starts to flow effortlessly into their house. And everybody who's walking every day to go get the water, they realize, well, this is unbelievable. This is incredible. You know, can we have some of that water? You say, no, you can't. You didn't work for it. We did. We worked twice as hard as you did. We had to go get the water every day just like you did. And then we had to dig every night just like you didn't. And therefore, we get water whenever we want it. That's what we're teaching people about how to create financial freedom. So what is your financial freedom number? When you turn the spigot on a monthly basis, what's a modest number? I don't want you to pick a big number like $100 million or, whatever rand that we're using, whatever your currency is. Don't pick a huge number. I want you to pick a number that's a little bit higher than what you think is possible. Just a little bit higher. And then say, if you're living a modest life, you're not buying fancy cars, you're not buying fancy watches, you're not living in a fancy house, you're in a fairly modest lifestyle, but you're financially free. That's what I'm talking about 5 years from now. You're financially free. You don't have to work another day in your life if you don't want to, because you turn the spigot on, you worked hard for it, and the water flows into your life. Now you can go the next 5 years. It's like, let's make some serious money. But most people make the first mistake, which is they spend every dollar they make and then some. As soon as they start making some money, they start buying a fancy car, a fancy house, fancy jewelry. Don't do that. Not smart. Be financially free first. Then you can start to expand your purchasing. But most people who start making serious money first, you look at them, even in ARCs, as soon as they start making big money, they start spending big money, and therefore they're always poor because they always have to go make more money to continue to fund their lifestyle. Don't do that. Spend 5 years, get it right, okay? Build it strong. So what is your financial freedom number? I want you to write in the chat. And I want you to write a realistic, a little bit higher than realistic number. How much per month would be your financial freedom number? And everybody, just type it into the chat right now. No, this is kind of a public forum, but hey, this is a public forum. This is what we do. We commit to each other publicly, and we say, this is what we're going to do. Okay, now, let's see. Good. What is your financial freedom number? By the way, if the link did not work, somebody says send it to author at Robert Allen. Do not send it to author at Robert Allen. Send it to, I'll type it, bestseller Bob at gmail.com. That would be a number that works all over the world. Okay, there you go. That's my email address if you're having trouble downloading the book. Okay, good. We have 10,000 a month. We have our R, whatever R is, Rand, I guess 60,000. Good, Jimmy, 10,000. Very good. 25,000 a month. Good, great. Keep it coming. I want to see everybody writing down a number. 10,000 a month. That's realistic. That's a very reasonable number. 20,000 a month. 10,000 a month. 200,000 R a month. Whatever it happens to be. So when you're talking with your brand new person, I need clarity on what they're trying to do. So 5 years from now, you ask them about their dream. What do you want 5 years from now? Where do you want it 5 years from now? Where are you going to live? How much of it do you want 5 years from now? Who do you want it for? And who is going to help you? That's the who question. Who's going to help you get it? And who do you want it for? Why are you doing this? Another question is why? Why are you doing this? And these questions, what do you want? When do you want it? Where do you want it? How much do you want? Who do you want it? Why do you want it? And then the final question is the weakest question, and it always is. How are you going to get it? If you don't understand those first 6 questions, the how doesn't matter because they won't do it. You can show them exactly how to do it, but if their why is not strong enough and their clarity on what they really want is not strong enough, they won't do it. They'll give you excuse after excuse. They'll procrastinate it. That's why I want you to be clear. That's what map number 1 is about, clarity. Tell me what you want. I'll help you get that. But I got to know what you want. And everybody was always saying to me, a very boring, bland, unclear want. I'll say, what do you want? They'll say, I want financial freedom. Is that a number? No, I want financial freedom. What does that mean to you? If you don't know what that means, then your brain, which is a computer, can't compute it. I need a number. I need something to compute with your most powerful computer on the face of the earth is your brain. And then you need to give it a number so it can unconsciously, subconsciously process that number and show you opportunities for how to achieve it. I want to be healthy by the time I'm 5 years from now. That's not a number. When you go to a doctor, the doctor takes vital signs, and all of those vital signs have numbers attached to them. Because the doctor needs to know, how are you doing? So don't tell me you want to be healthy. Tell me what your vital signs are 5 years from now. How much do you weigh? What's your heartbeat? What's your blood sugar? Things like that. Finally, this clarity map, this is number 1, is so important because when a person really gets clear on what they want, then getting it, the how-to takes less importance. It goes, oh, okay, tell me what I need to do in order to get this. But if you don't get clear on what they want, then they're going to ask you question after question, and they'll be just putting things off. And until you get them clear on what they want. The map number 1 is in the book, and I've given it to all of you. You should all have it here. Read it. It's what I've learned in my 72 years on how to succeed. When I look at the successes I've had, and I've had massive successes. Number 1, New York Times bestsellers, huge, great fortunes. And I've also had massive losses, massive failures as well. And when I look at my massive successes and my massive failures, and I try to distill out of my 72 years, the 4 fundamental skills that are absolutely essential to have massive successes and avoid massive losses, guess what I come up with? I come up with these 4 maps that you draw. You don't write them up. It's not a left brain book, it's a right brain book. A left brain book is lists of things, to-do lists, and this book is a right brain book because 2/3 of us are right brain. And we go to school and they teach us right brain kids how to do left brain things. And they want to know why we don't do so well in school. Because we need visuals. We need things we can see. We need things that we can imagine. Imagination is so powerful. And if you don't really tap into your imagination, which is what this book does for you, it shows you how to imagine the way you want it and to actually experience it when you, 5 years from now, what does it feel like to have financial freedom in your life? Might be modest, but you're free. How does that feel? How does it feel to be healthy, vibrantly healthy? How does it feel that your relationships are working and that your time is free? You're free. You get up in the morning, what shall I do today? You get to decide. No one will tell you what to do except yourself. How does that feel? See, that's what I'm trying to get your beginner to feel that. If they don't feel that, then it's kind of not real to them. And when they feel it, when they actually experience it, imagining as if they're there, feeling and experiencing what they're going for, you want them to experience what you want them to enjoy where you're taking them. And so when they tell you what they want, they answer those 7 questions: where, when, what, why, who, what, whatever it is, how. When they're clear on that, then now get them, now, how does it feel? Let's go out there 5 years from now. Let's feel that. Let's experience that. Imagine waking up this morning and not having to go to work. The money's flowing into your life like a spigot of water flowing from the lake. That you don't need to go get the money. You don't need to take your bucket anymore and go to the lake and dip some water in and bring it back, sloshing all the way back home. You see all these people going with their briefcases every day. It's their buckets. And they're going with their briefcases to go fill up their briefcase with some money and bring it back every day. Well, guess what? You don't want to do that anymore. Therefore, it's going to take some time to dig this pipeline. And I want you to realize that you're going to have to work twice as hard as those normal, ordinary working folks, because they're stuck in a 1,000-year-old pattern, and that pattern is broken. And if you haven't learned that in the last 30 days, or the last 12 months, that this system is broken, if you're going to go back to the system when it's supposedly normal again and go get another job and stress yourself and ruin your health again, are you going to do that again? No, we're not going to do that. We are going to be financially free and vibrantly healthy. And that's what our plan is. And it's going to be hard to get there. It's not going to be easy. So I don't want you to tell people how easy it is to build this business. It isn't. It's a lie. If you tell them you should go sponsor a couple of people and you make no, that's not the way this business works. It's hard work. It's lots of rejection. And yet it's so worth it. It's so worth it. It's crazy worth it. And most people, if they don't have a clear dream, if they don't have a clear why, then they're going to give up before they get to their dream. And now they're going to be doubly disappointed because they had a dream and it died. And their self-esteem is going to take a hit from it. Don't let that happen. So tell them it's going to be tough. If they don't have what it takes to do it, maybe they shouldn't do it. Go back home. Go back to the old life. But those of us who've chosen a new life want nothing more. Now, I don't know how much time I have, tell you, Erika. I don't know how much time I've got here to share with you. The book that I've given every one of you is a book I think you should read and do with your team. Map number 2 is called Anticipation. Do you want to be a hero or don't you? There are 5 challenges that are going to stop you. And if you don't overcome these challenges, you will never be a chairperson in RX. These are 5 challenges that are ordinary that everybody all has, but these 5 challenges almost kill every dream. And some people don't let these 5 obstacles stop them. So when you teach the obstacles in advance to a brand new person, you say, these are 5 obstacles. Can you overcome them? I'll help you go through them. I'll walk with you every step of the way. But these are the 5 obstacles that kill every dream. So if you want to be successful, you're going to have to be a hero or a heroine. You're going to do things that ordinary people don't do. Therefore, that's map number 2. Map number 3 is what I call the ritual. My mentor, Stephen Covey, said you need to prepare yourself. You need to have a daily private victory. So when you go into the world for your daily public victory, you're prepared. Just like an athlete in the Olympics is going to prepare for 4 years for maybe a 10-second run. Talk about preparation. If you don't prepare, you don't deserve the gold medal. But if you do prepare, you still might not win the gold medal, but you will be ready to win it. And then the final skill is, how do you organize yourself? How when you get up in the morning, do you do a to-do list? A to-do list is the worst time management tool ever created. The worst. Why it's the worst, I'm not going to teach you today, because skill number 4 is, how do you create a visual done list, not to do, but a done list that is simple and fun and interesting. That's the map you should draw every day, because it basically says 5 years from now, this is what I want. 1 year from now, this is what I got to make sure I get done. And today, I got to take a baby step, period. End of story. 3 fundamental time frames, daily, yearly, and 5 years from now. Like I said, I could go on for several hours talking like this, but my challenge to all of you is to make sure that whomever you are bringing into this business, you get really clear with them. And therefore, in order for you to teach them how to get clear, you need to be clear. You need to know the answers to those 7 questions. What do you really want? When do you really, really want it? Where do you want it? How much do you want? Who do you want it with, and who do you want it for? Why in the world are you in this business anyway? Why? And it's got to be a good why. And then the how is just basic information. It's the system knowledge. And it's so much less important than the people knowledge and the mindset knowledge. So spend your time on the mindset knowledge. Now, I've created a system of like 20 different lessons in the back office of RX. It's, I can't remember what you call it. Somebody tell me. But anyway, there's a lot of videos that I've already shot for all of those. Boss, there we go. Thank you very much. Boss. So you can go into the Boss right now. You go in the back office of RX and look for the Boss. BOS stands for Business Operating System or something like that. System knowledge. And my stuff is about mindset knowledge. Deanna talks about product knowledge, and some of the other leaders talk about system knowledge, talk about compensation plan. But my segment is about mindset knowledge. It's all there. It's all programmed. It's all for you to watch. I would sit down with your brand new person and watch it with them all the way through. It'll take you about an hour and a half. There are 5-minute segments, 7-minute segments, 3-minute segments. They're really short, easy to watch. And I would challenge everybody to do that. Wherever you are in the world, yes, you can achieve what you want. And RX is the vehicle that can take you there. My best to all of you. I love you for your desire to change your life and then to change the world. God bless all. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Any questions you might have, I'll be happy to answer them for you.
So, Robert, I have 2 questions for you. Question number 1 is, if somebody goes through this book and acknowledges the reality that they need to change their mindset. They have areas that they need to work on. What would be a good piece of advice for them how to go about changing? Change is tough in itself. How do you navigate through changing yourself?
Get clear on what you want. This is the most important thing you can do. If they're not clear on what they want, then they're going to give you every excuse in the book.
Okay, and then my second question, will you come back to train us on how to create a visual done list?
Sure, of course. Sure, absolutely.
Because we would love to have you back again. I just, I value your gifting and your skill set and just the opportunity that we have to sit at your feet. So I want to invite you back, please, Robert.
Absolutely. I love to talk to winners.
Oh, thank you. Well, you guys, I want to invite you. If you have a specific question, put it in the chat box. We have 2 minutes before we need to exit. But please, somebody is asking for you to reshare the email. And then, Willie, the videos you can access in the boss. Just go a look onto your ex office and have a look. And if you battle to find it, have a chat to your upline or contact me. Any other specific questions for Mr. Robert Allen? Robert, can we buy your books on Amazon?
Well, of course you can. If you were going to buy any book, I would get Multiple Streams of Income, because I have a whole chapter in there on network marketing. And for somebody who is not quite sure about network marketing, there's a very strong chapter on network marketing there. Hold on a second,
Okay, got it.
And, when I got started, I should have started off with this, frankly. When I got started, I was not excited about network marketing. I had a lot of real estate. I had a big seminar business all around the United States. We had thousands and thousands and thousands of students. I was very busy working on that career. And my secretary, my wife's best friend, needed a job because she was going through a horrific divorce. And my wife said, you need to hire her as your secretary. So I hired her, and she said, Robert, I'm not making enough money. I got 5 kids, 2 of them cystic fibrosis. I need to make, what shall I do? Some money on the side. How can I dig a pipeline to better income? And so I gave her some options, and none of them were network marketing. And she came back to me and she says, my brother's involved as his vice president in this one network marketing company. And he said I should do that. And then I would make some money and I could help my kids that are sick. And I could have enough money to feed my family. I got 5 kids and a deadbeat husband, or ex-husband. And so I said to her, Colette, don't do it. It's network marketing. You know, it doesn't work. No one makes any money at that. I'm a financial expert. You don't do this. And she said, I have a good feeling about this. And I said, I have a bad feeling about this. And I'm your boss, and don't do this. And so she went to her best friend, my wife, Daryl, and said, Daryl, what do you think? And Daryl comes to me and she says, guess what? We're going to join this company. I'm going to help my friend. And I go, no, I just told her no. And she said, here's the paperwork, sign it, and we'll help her out. And I refused to sign the paperwork. I said, it's your deal. It's you girls, you go make some money. Good girl, I'm not going to do this. I'm a famous author, you see. I don't want my name attached to this fly-by-night thingy. No way. And so she says, well, it's all my money then. It's all my money. And I said, it's all your money. No problem. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, there's no money in this. This is crazy. So in the first year or two, she's making about $1,000 a month. And it's not very much money. And I'm laughing. And I'm like, $1,000 a month. Yeah, come on. I make that in my sleep, And then about a year after that, she's making about $1,000 a week. I'm thinking, good for you, She says, it's my money. Goes into my bank account. And then within 5 years, she's making $1,000 a day. And I said, how did you do this? She says, I let you sign the paperwork. You just had to sign the paperwork. You know how much my stupidity cost me? She made millions of dollars. And half of that money would have been mine because of my fear. I didn't want to be associated with something I didn't believe in. And therefore, my fear cost me millions of dollars. So when I tell you that somebody is going to say no to you and reject you, it's because a lot of times it's because of their fear. I experienced it, and it cost me millions, like real millions of dollars, not just imaginary money, but real money. So what I'm saying to all of you is I understand really clearly the power of network marketing. And so that's when we joined RX. We had to leave that stream of income. And so I know what it's like to do that as well. And we love RX. RX is the best. It's incredible. So my best to all of you. Love you. We'll schedule another time.
We'll book you again, and good luck to everybody for this week. Feel free to unmute yourself. Say thank you to Mr. Robert Allen. Find his books on the internet. Let's get the knowledge into our heads and into our hearts. And we look forward to seeing you again today. So please unmute yourself and say a thank you.
Karen, don't you say you're bad at sales. I'll never want you to write that again. Karen, don't ever say that.